Gooner TV, Miami Gooner Antonio. Arsenal drew 1-1 with Benfica this evening. What do you make of the game?
I thought it was a poor game, to be honest. I thought in the first half we played a little bit better. Funny enough, I was talking with some friends of mine from Benfica before the game, and everyone was saying that the Benfica manager would adapt the team. And I think he did that. And he did that in a way that kind of eventually surprised Arteta or something. But the first half wasn't too bad. We had a lot of ball, and we had a 1-2 chances to score. They had one as well. The second half was poor altogether. We didn't turn up, to be honest. We were lucky enough to score right after they scored, and still right after that, one would assume you would get a little bit of momentum, but no, it seemed like we were happy with the result after the 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, you're totally right. We were. I thought we was unlucky to give away that penalty. I mean, it was a penalty. I think it kind of bounced off his chest onto his arm, but it's just one of those things. Where we scored again. For me, I don't think there's a week that goes past where I don't get feel Saka is just more and more important to us. I mean, what did you make of him today? I mean, I genuinely believe he's our best player at the moment.
He is, and sometimes, I mean, and today it also applies to Aubameyang, but sometimes Saka's last touch, the shooting, sometimes it's a bit disappointing. I thought he could have done a little bit better in a couple of occasions. And I thought that, again, the Benfica manager knew that Saka was our best player. So in the first half, every time Saka touched the ball, they had like two guys around him. But especially in the second half, I think he was really, really good. I think he was, again, he's the type of player we have that maybe the only one that never plays bad. I mean, he always puts a good performance in.
Yeah, I mean, he's 19 years old still. And like you just said there, the opposition manager is putting two players on this kid. If this kid was Brazilian and we'd have bought him off Real Madrid's, youth team for £20 million, people would be raving about him a lot more. I'm sure they would.
Yeah. I think one of the other things that people are raving, Arsenal fans right now are raving about Arsenal youth, and I think Saka is in a totally different, level compared to all of the other kids we have. And sometimes people try to, maybe it's not against Saka, but they try to, Saka is awesome, but so is Smith Rowe, so is Martinelli, and it's not the same thing. Saka right now is in a level way above any other kid we have. He's one of our best players for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Good to see Kieran Tierney come back on the pitch. I think he got about half an hour in before the City game. How bad did we miss him in the last 4 or 5 games?
I mean, if I love Tierney, I think he's a great player. I'm not sure the impact of him not being there is as much as Partey, for example. Because, you've seen Cedric. Cedric played well defensively. He made the assists. And then he came off. Okay, Tierney needed some minutes for the City game. Tierney is a very important player, and we miss him. I'm not saying otherwise. I'm just saying that we miss other key pieces of the puzzle, probably a little bit more, because if you take them off, then there's no one else. Like Thomas Partey might be a good example. And even Gabriel, when he doesn't play in defense, we miss him as well.
Yeah, sure. Martin Odegaard had another good game, another good start. I was really impressed with his kind of like deep, long-range passing. Shame he couldn't get that goal where he kind of danced through a couple of players and then just ended up passing to the keeper. But again, what do you make of him today? Are you ready to buy him yet, or you need to see more from him?
No, I'm ready to put him in. As in the position, to continue to put him in the position where Smith Rowe was playing, and give him that responsibility. To be honest, I thought that Ceballos was the key player in the midfield today. He made that wonderful pass for Aubameyang. Aubameyang missed. Yeah. He's the one doing this long pass that ends up in the 1-1. He's the one doing the pass for Saka. I mean, Martin Odegaard, I think he could have done better. You're right. He could have done better on that one that kind of dances and then passes the ball. He should have shot. Although I think the referee already flagged an offside or something. He's been good. I'm not going to say awesome, but he's been good and influential. Not ready to buy him yet. Still need to see a little bit more in our options for the summer. But I think he deserves to start going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing that worries me about Arsenal is two players that kind of divide opinion, but I don't divide opinion at all. I can't stand them playing for Arsenal. It's Granit Xhaka and Hector Bellerin. Granit Xhaka with an absolute hospital pass towards the end of the first half, and again Bellerin for me just fails to deceive for me. I think a lot of sports have been saying that Cancelo for Man City is everything that we want or hope Bellerin is, but he's not. What would you do for these two guys in the summer? Would you try and move them on, or what's your thoughts on them?
You know, when people ask me why are you Arteta in or out, I am Arteta out, to be honest. Maybe not now, not productive to fire him now, but at the end of the season. And one of the first reasons that I gave him is he plays Xhaka all the time. He gives Xhaka full confidence, and Xhaka is so poor. Like you just said, Xhaka can have a lot of good stats, but then in specific moments in the game, his brain will stop and he will just do something really dumb, leading to goals and stuff. I would sell both, to be honest. I would sell both. Bellerin, offensively, Bellerin is good. We can't take that away from him. He's good offensively. And he was good in the first half offensively, but defensively, it's so easy to go past him. Oh my God, it's terrible.
Yeah, no, I agree. You know, for me, if you're not good defensively as a defender, then you've got no place in the Arsenal team. I mean, that should be your number one. Man City coming up the weekend. What do we need to improve to get a result against them?
Wow, we're gonna have to play like Benfica played against us in the first half, which is very defensively, and then just play the counterattack. I think we should put Pepe back in the team. If we really want to take something out of that game, we should play this Pepe, Aubameyang, and Saka, and just be very, compact as a team. And I mean, it's City. It's going to be hard regardless. But we're gonna have to play as a team. We can't make mistakes and we can't disconnect. I felt that today again. Sometimes we just tune off of the game for a large portion. And if we do that against City, then it's going to be done by halftime.
Yeah, I think that's the worry for all our sports at the moment. Just to finish off with, mate, who is your man of the match this evening?
Dennis Ceballos, for sure. He was awesome.